Hello, amazing financiers. So, welcome to your fifth day of the Global Educational Cycle and webinar. And today we'll be tackling one of our standard, which is sustainability. And specifically, like we'll be talking about the human resources, how to maintain and sustain the human resources in finance in general. Let's start. So, my name is Youssef. I'm media advisor, and we'll be seeing some summary about what we'll be tackling out and what we'll be seeing in the next slides. So we'll be talking about why sustainability in general and also sustainability, talking about the human resources that we are having. And secondly, we'll be talking about how to lead your commission and how to evaluate the performance of your commission because some of us and a lot of us don't know how to evaluate the performance of our commission as financiers or as back office and our role as MTVPs towards our commission. What is our duties? What are the specific things that we should deliver to them? And finally, we'll be having some Q&As. Let's start. So, why sustainability? Sustainability in general, like we have several things about sustainability, and in business here, as we can see, business sustainability is often defined as managing the triple bottom line and process by which companies manage their financial, social, and environmental risks, obligations, and opportunities. Like for example, sustainability it's a way and how to manage our human resources, our resources in general. And we're not here to talk about sustainability like in general, but specifically we'll talk about human resources sustainability. How are we doing to maintain our human resources? Are we doing enough to maintain our HR? And are we giving enough to our people in order to deliver the best experience to them and as financiers? And how I am delivering tasks or knowledge to my people. Let's talk about are we doing enough to maintain our HR? Like in our department, in our like financial talking, we have a lot of things to tackle as financiers, as the one responsible of finance in your entity, but somehow we forgot about our commission, or somehow we forgot about delivering the team standards to our commission since we are the team leaders of finance. And are we giving enough to our people in order to deliver to them the best experience? So here we are talking again about the team standards. Are we giving to them enough to develop their leadership skills? Are we giving them enough knowledge, coaching sessions, educational cycles to perform more on their local chapters? And how I'm delivering tasks or knowledge to my people? What are the ways that you are based on to deliver to people knowledge, coaching sessions, and webinars in your entity and local chapter? We'll discover that all this question in the next slide. How to lead your commission. So, how to maintain your human resources sustainability? It's mainly commission goals. Like you should, monthly speaking, you should have a clear guidance, a clear vision how you will be managing your commission. For example, you will be having commission call twice a month or once a month. It depends to you to sustain or to manage your human resources, to manage how can you like deliver to them all what they are need or all what they need in daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. And emailing. For example, when I'm talking about emailing, it's mainly it will be twice a month or it depends to your reality. Some newsletters talking about your vision, what you will be having in the upcoming months, what is your vision, so we can all tackle it as one team. And emailing also, it can be in the third week where you will be talking about some updates or like some tasks that you delivered to your commission. So in order to have the updates about the tasks that you delivered. Physical meetings. For this one, physical meeting is one of the important things that that is really serious in our department, because as financiers we don't have that much um, we don't have that much touch points so we can meet. So when we meet, actually, we should deliver to them the best coaching cycles that we can have, and also why not provide to them all what they need, like in physical touch points and in physical meetings, one to ones. One like it's I consider one to one of the best things that you can deliver to your HR in monthly basis or in quarterly basis, because it's one touch point that you can be having a talk with that manager, or I don't know, like SVP, to the point. What I mean is we can talk and discuss about his personal goals, and also the goals that they can tackle the organizational one, because I here as ISECers, we are ones that want to develop their leadership skills and also their personal goals. So this space, which is one to one, is considered as the best space that you can develop your communication skills and develop also the sustainability of your HR in your country. For the next slide, we'll be talking about how to evaluate the performance, how to evaluate the performance of your human resources. What I'm talking about is, nevertheless, we give tasks to our human resources, to our commission, but we struggle a lot how we can uh, score, how we can know what is the best individual that he had the best scoring. To tackle that is mainly commitment toward their work. What I mean about commitment towards their work, it's how the brave individual is facing his tasks, and how is it going to like to deliver a best experience, a best task that his MCVP is given, and submits weekly tasks. As I said in the slides before, that we give tasks to our LCVPs monthly basis or weekly basis. It depends on the on your reality. And here, as a performance evaluation, we we are based on the submission of the weekly tasks of our human resources. So it's one of many things that we can based on to evaluate the performance of our HR. And also finance standards implementation. What I mean about finance standards implementation is when when we are delivering tasks to our human resources, to our commission mainly, it's to know how they are working and how they are managing their departments. And in finance standards implementations are the ones who can ensure us if the SVP finance is delivering all the standards that he should do. And being international roles, it's also something mandatory for me. It's quite preferably for me if one of your commission of the half of your commission is present in international roles. Like it can be growth hackers, product hacker, one of the finance subcommittee. I don't know. It's mainly being present in international roles. So those are like simple points that we can based on to know if the your commission or your individual is doing his best, or he's performing on, and he's given his best to know the scoring and to know if it's working or not. Okay, what are the things that we should deliver as MCVPs to our commission, and how, yes, to the commission, and how can we provide to our SVPs the best experience that they can have in their ASIC experience, for example. So I'll be tackling mainly talking mainly about the one-to-ones, because I can consider that the one-to-ones are one of the things that they are so powerful, because you can give to time and knowledge in this one-to-ones and I will be talking about, I mean, when you know the personal goals of your activity, for example, and you know the organizational development that you want to deliver to that person as MCVP, it's you can I can consider that you are knowing all what it needs to deliver to that individual person the best educational cycles, and to prove to the individual that it can be delivering tasks and develop their leadership skills as the best as it can be. And the value of that one-to-one is that you know your vision or of your next month. What I mean, but about what you know, but the vision of the next month, it's mainly you can gather insights and feedbacks about the good things that they want to develop and the bad things that you are making as MCPP. So you can improve them, and you can maybe neglect all the bad things that you are doing in managing your commission. And the final observation, when I'm talking about the final observation, it's mainly the tips and tricks that you can have as MCVP. Then the first point that I just talked as in the one-to-one, as much as you care about your commission, the performance increase. Now, look, when I'm talking about the performance of your commission is and caring is mainly the one-to-one, because that physical and that human touch point that you are having with in the one-to-one is really precious. You are talking about the goals of your CVP, the things that he want to develop or she want to develop as a human being, and what are the things that they want to develop in the local chapters or in the organization in general. That's one of the things that made our commission increase performing and doing their best to perform in the local chapter. And try to approach your VPs one by one so they will feel special. That's the point. So approaching the VPs one by one make the VP feel special, feel unique. So and that and it's how you can uh, know and having a clear scoring system, so you can know how to know the best performing member that you are having in your commission or human resources in general. Okay, we'll be just having a quote that I will really love. Keep in mind that without the commission, you will not achieve what you want to achieve, because they are actually a support system. Nevertheless, I'm talking about the departments, because as department, as finance, you are the only one responsible of it international level. So they are contributing in somehow some efforts to you as a national level. Like giving efforts in the local level will give an amazing result in the national level. So that was mainly a quick and a brave introduction about and the general about sustainability of our human resources, and what are the things that we should tackle as MCVPs and as team leaders of the function to deliver to our commission or human resources the best experience, and how can we sustain the commission to be more proactive and more productive and being 100% on board. So we'll just open now uh, some space for Q&As, because I really believe that there was some introduction that some people wanna work on, and now we'll just start having some questions that we can answer. Okay, let's see. No questions so far. Okay, we'll just within a few. So mm, Okay, some of the people approached me and he said, uh, "What if we have several realities, like different realities in our entity, and we have two or three realities in our commission?" And I believe in your question that you meant that there are some people, some human resources in your commission that they are performing, and the others are not at all. Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. So the thing is, you should do your 100% to focus on the people who are not performing what they are lacking, because it might be something that they lack and they are maybe afraid to talk about, maybe afraid to not show you the weak situation or the weak personality that they are having. So that's the point. Your best thing and the best situation, so you can discover what are the things that they are lacking, or what are the things that they are weak on, is the one-to-one. Even though that you can say that they are not even committed to their GD. Yeah, they okay. Yeah, you. Mhm. Okay, he said that they are not even present in their one-to-one. Okay, in that point, I can say that you can just give an opportunity to those people and do more efforts to approach them. Nevertheless, do not forget about the people who are performing and who are given 100% in their to to their local committees and to your entity as general. Because if you lose those people as well, you will be without commission, without human resources, and without HR, without support system. And that is it's the best thing that you will be having, is a support system. So keep focusing on people who are working, and make some efforts to include and to involve the other people who are not performing to your zone. Like give them feedbacks, provide to them to like psycho coaching sessions that they will feel that they are belonging to the commission, because all what it matters, it's a culture. Having a culture in your uh, in your department, or in your within your commission, it's something amazing, because the culture it drives our department to the top. I can see that, and I can say that because I have I've experienced that, where our department as a first didn't have a culture at all, because our reality, as I might say, were different. We are so diverse. So we didn't have that culture between us. We didn't have something that drive us to the top. But now I can say that the culture is the one who is helping us to drive a best commission and the best HR, and sustain it as well. Okay, we'll wait for another question. We still have 7 minutes. Mhm. Okay, the next question is, how can I divide weekly tasks or my duty as MCVP toward my goals? Okay, I will repeat. The question is, how can I deliver the tax monthly basis to my commission, and what is our duties as MCVP towards my commission? Okay, we just talked about it in the previous slides, where I can take and I will give you an example of me in the national level. I would say I'm delivering in monthly basis commission meeting, a touch point where we discuss about the newsletter that I'm sending every first week of the month. where it can conclude and it contains our vision or our vision for the months and what are the actions that we'll be tackling in order to achieve that vision. What I mean that by actions is mainly the KPIs and what is our MOS? What is the thing that we should achieve at the end of the month? And it actually worked, but just not just with an email, a simple email, but with a follow-up where I send a newsletter email and I deliver a commission call in the second in the second in the second week of this month, and also having delivering some tasks where people should submit their tasks in with a deadline, and another update email in the third week where we are having like a lot of touch points between us, like a lot of emailing, a lot of talking between each other in our icon and so on. That's why we have that culture. That's why I talked about culture in before that, because that culture is shaping our commission. As I was saying, the third week I delivered the update email about the tasks that were submitted, and about what is our situation in not in the what is in this our situation and our improvements in the vision that we are making, and what are so far the KPIs that we tackled and we are achieved on. And at the end, it's mainly some synergy spaces that uh, my commission asked me to do, like in order to facilitate work within their local chapter. So that's mainly the things that you can deliver in your monthly basis, and also your duties as MCVP towards your commission. I think that was all. Yeah, that was all. Thank you for being present and being committed to the global educational cycle. And thank you so much for having me here as Apasi. And hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much.